In this video, I'm comparing Kajabi, Skool, Go High Level, and Trainerize across the user experience for the customer, the user experience for the coach or you, email, course, CRM, and community. So let me dive in, and the way that we're gonna grade this is very simple. It's gonna be a check, or it's gonna be a minus, and I'll give you some context along the way. If you don't know who I am, my name's Ange Bourgeois. I'm the founder of Catching Made Simple, and I've built a $100,000 a year business on Kajabi. I'm gonna be my very best, not to be biased, but to be as truthful and objective as possible. So let's go ahead and jump in. When it comes to Kajabi, with the user experience, I think this is a gigantic check mark. They do a great job. It's super easy. The customers love it. The platform is beautiful. I get a lot of compliments on how the course is set up. You can even make your own branded app too. On Skool, I also think that the user experience is great. Sometimes people can get a little confused on the community versus the course, and it's a little harder to navigate the course, but still beautiful interface, super easy to navigate for the most part. I am a big fan of it too. So Go High Level, I would say user experience as a minus. Now, these guys are awesome. A lot of people are big Go High Level fans, and they might disagree with me. From my experience, as I've tried to use it, it's hard to log in, it's hard to find the information, it doesn't like save me in, all that kind of stuff, and it's just a little bit difficult from my experience. With Trainerize, the reason I have Trainerize in here is a lot of the people that I work with are sports coaches, and so they'll use a platform like Trainerize. Basically what it does is it delivers custom training to the athletes. This is great if you're like a workout company. I coach skill, and skill's pretty linear, so I don't necessarily need the customization that Trainerize offers. I'm still gonna give it a plus because from what I understand, it's a really easy experience of you open the app, it tells you what workouts you have for the day. Now, when it comes to the user experience for the coach, this is simply how easy is it for you as a coach to build on this? With Kajabi, it's the easiest of all of them in my opinion. Now, it takes a little bit of work to get it going. It's not just you click it and it's done for you, but I think Kajabi is by far the best platform. Skool, also very, very easy. Skool might even be a little bit easier than Kajabi, but I like Kajabi better because it's a little bit more robust. I've tried Skool and I've tried Kajabi. They're both good, but every time I've tried to go over to Skool, I'm like, it just doesn't make sense for me, and I end up staying with Kajabi. So I've done that like maybe 2 or 3 times, by the way. With Go High Level, I would say the user experience is again a big minus for you. This is one of the most robust platforms there is, but it is really freaking hard to use. And it might be easier, you can get templates and there's all this kind of stuff. I think it can be a really good platform for a lot of different people. But I spent like 40 hours playing around with Go High Level, and I still found it difficult. And I'm typically fairly good at this kind of stuff because I've spent a lot of time in it. I think it can be really good, but for the beginning person that's looking for the easiest way to get going, the user experience for you as the coach, this is gonna be a minus. With Trainerize, I really don't know too much about this. I would give it a check, but I haven't used it too much, and ultimately, you know, you're gonna be able to build workouts, but there's a lot of other business stuff that I don't think that you can do in here. On to our third one, which is email. Kajabi, big check mark for email. Love the email sequences. There's some pretty advanced automations that you can do, but they're extremely simple at the same time. Big, big check for Kajabi. Skool, I'm gonna give a minus for Skool. They don't have an email platform right now. What they do have is they have like a email broadcast community update section, which I actually think is pretty cool. Basically, instead of you sending an email from your own domain, they basically send it from Skool with like a community digest breakdown. And I think you can send it once every 3 days or something like that. I'm gonna give them a minus on email because they don't allow you to have sequences and all that kind of stuff. With Go High Level, they are a gigantic check mark, but again, it's an amazing tool, but you have to know how to use it. And that's the issue. If you're just getting started, it's gonna be a little bit tougher for you to learn than a tool like Kajabi per se. With Trainerize, I'm pretty confident that they don't have email. I think that they have some like really basic email automation when someone signs up, they get an email, that kind of stuff, but I don't think that they have email sequences and all that kind of stuff. If they do, let me know in the comments. I don't think they do, but could be wrong. So now when it comes to the course, this is really important for the sports coaches that I work with because we use course, we use coaching, and then we use community with calls and chat. With the course, I'm gonna give Kajabi a big check. They're probably the reigning category king of course creating. Most of the biggest people that you know all host their courses on Kajabi. So courses are a big check. For Skool, I'm also gonna give them another big check. One thing that I don't love about Skool is that they don't provide video hosting themselves. And so basically you have to either either embed a YouTube video, and with Kajabi you just get it, and it's just a nicer experience in my opinion. And the other thing that kind of bugs me about Skool is when you close the app, and maybe they've updated this, hopefully they'll update it, but if you close the app on Skool, then the video closes too, whereas with Kajabi you can keep playing. With Skool you have to have the app physically open. You can't be doing anything else while you listen to it. Still a check, but something to consider there. With Go High Level, I'm gonna give them a minus on this. They have course hosting platforms, but again, I think that this is like so key. The user experience for the customer who's going through the course is so important. Maybe I've just had a bad experience with them. It definitely could be. Maybe it's easier, but I've gotten a few different courses from people using Go High Level, and I couldn't figure out how to log in. So again, maybe that's user error, maybe that's on me, but I feel like it should be easier than that. With Trainerize, with the course, you can productize the course. Most of this is basically, you would be productizing workouts. So if you're not selling workouts, then you're not gonna need that. And by the way, if you are a sports coach, I wrote a whole book on how I built my business up to over $100,000 a year. You can get it for free online at www.100ksportscoach.com/book. Okay, for the next comparison, we're gonna look at a CRM, and for Kajabi, this is the biggest minus in my opinion. They are so close to having a functional CRM, but it just is a little bit tough if you're a coach. The CRM is great for email marketing, like it shows all the contacts, it's really easy to use, but it's not a great sales CRM, which means that if someone fills out a specific form that then puts them into like the sales pipeline, then that person is hard to track in the Kajabi CRM. Now you can do some stuff, but it's just not the best. So I use Notion to supplement it. So I basically have a Zap from Zapier, where if someone fills out this form, it automatically uploads their contact information into Notion, and that way I can track it. So that's how I get around it. This is definitely the biggest minus for me as a sports coach using Kajabi, in my opinion. When it comes to Skool, Skool is also a minus. And again, I've heard Hormozi say this, they're not trying to be everything for everyone. They're trying to be the best community platform, and I think that they're doing a pretty good job of it, but they don't have a CRM. When it comes to Go High Level, these guys are the biggest of the biggest checks here. This is the biggest thing about Go High Level that I like. And I actually tried to build 100K Sports Coach on Go High Level first because I wanted the CRM and SMS features, because Kajabi didn't have that, and I think SMS is really valuable, but Kajabi is adding that in. All that being said, Go High Level has the best CRM. They're essentially a rival of HubSpot, less expensive than HubSpot, even though they have a lot of the same features. So all that being said, Go High Level definitely has the best CRM. Again, I switched to Go High Level to build 100K Sports Coach because of the CRM and because of texting, but decided to switch back to Kajabi because the UX for the coach and the UX for the customer was just too much of a negative for me. I just wanted to have it be more simple, so I switched back to Kajabi and used Notion for the CRM. With Trainerize, the CRM, I'm pretty sure that's a minus as well. Again, I don't know Trainerize as well, but I'm including this for the sports coaches that are out here. And if you're gonna use Trainerize, then typically people will use Go High Level as the CRM and Trainerize as the delivery platform for the fitness coaching. And again, I think Trainerize is better for fitness coaching rather than sports skill coaching. I would put those in separate categories. Now for the last one, for community, I would say Kajabi. I'll give this one a minus. The community in Kajabi is good, but it's not great. I think the Skool community is a check, but to be honest, for me, I don't use the community platform in Kajabi with my sports coaching business. I just use it through the delivery platform that I give the personalized video feedback on, called OnForm. So basically that's where the community is, and then I also have calls, and that's the other part where their community is. With Skool, the community seems to be pretty easy, because one thing that I like about Skool is the community and the course are combined. That's one kind of weakness of Kajabi, is that the course and community are separate unless you have an app. But even if you have the app, I don't think that it's as good at Skool in the community department. But ultimately, when I work with my athletes, the thing that is most valuable is the course, the personalized feedback, which none of these have. That's a separate app altogether. And then, you know, the group calls. So I think that it works really well. The nice thing about the community for the group calls within Kajabi, though, I will say, but one nice thing about the community within Kajabi, I will say, is that they have great automations for like whenever the group calls are. So you can schedule a meetup, it sends out notifications It gets people to RSVP. It's a really nice system that doesn't require a ton of work and, messaging for you, and you don't have to stay on top of it. You can just show up to the calls, do your thing, and then put it in the community. Go High Level is supposed to have a community. They're coming out about how they are gonna beat Skool. They've copied Skool's like infrastructure. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't been on any part of the Go High Level communities. And again, this is the big thing that I would really focus on for them. Maybe I've just had a bad experience. That could definitely be it. But I haven't seen any good communities on Go High Level personally. Maybe they're there. Maybe I just don't know that they exist. And with Trainerize, I'm actually gonna give Trainerize a check. The reason why is because part of the community aspect is to be able to message people. Again, I'm using my community in a separate app altogether called OnForm, where I do direct video feedback. But on Trainerize, it allows you to have really simple DM functionality. And a lot of times I'll see what people do is they check in on clients, they screenshot the results, they post those results on social media, which then helps them get more clients because again, you're using that flywheel of content to clients to results to content to clients to results to content, and you're wrapping it around. So all that being said, whichever platform you choose, you could choose a different platform that I didn't talk about here. The most important thing is that one, you're really good at what you do. Number two, you get people great results. And number three, that you actually use whichever software you're using. If you're trying to build an online business, you need one of these. It could be a totally different one that's not even on the list. If you do want to get a trial of Kajabi, I have a 30-day free trial. Just go to angebourgeois.com/Kajabi. You can get a free 30-day trial plus some cool bonuses. And if you liked this video, then you'll love this one right over here.